Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm right here inside the new Audi Q8 E-Tron. This is the 55 version that comes with 408 horsepower, and also it comes with 2 electric motors and all-wheel drive system. In this video I want to test and to make the consumption of this car. More detail about that, I have a separate video on my channel. If you want to see the full review and the other test drive, check it out, because there I give you more technical data. Now, this is the biggest battery that you can get on this Q8 E-Tron. It's 114 kilowatt hour, and if I'm not wrong, 106 is the net battery capacity. But this video I try to drive in efficient mode. We will test the efficient mode. We will go in efficient mode and we will reset the consumption from here in the middle. You can see right there, I just reset it. We will drive normal as possible and we will see the consumption in the end, because I already did a video with the consumption on Tesla Model X, Tesla Model Y, and I want to compare it with this Audi Q8 E-Tron, because many people that are in this class to buy a car, I think more you can compare it with Model X in terms of quality inside here, inside this E-Tron. It's fabulous. Now let's press the brake, going in drive, simple as that, and let's drive the car. I definitely want to compare this Q8 E-Tron with Tesla Model X, because the quality in those two cars are much better than in Model Y, and I have to tell you guys, the quality in Audi, it's crazy. As you probably know, Audi makes some fabulous car. They put so much work in this car. I have to read around 54 pages about this car, about suspension. It comes with air suspension, multi-link, incredible suspensions. The way you feel over the bumps in this car, it's crazy. Sound insulation, it's fabulous. Double glassing windshield, double glassing all the windows. Under the carpet down, you have extra foam to absorb the sound from under the car. Also, it comes with these new mirrors that are cameras actually, and those mirrors you have, yeah, in terms of visibility, it's disgustable. You can get used with them, but they are not that easy to use in the beginning, but you win some aerodynamic, and that's why I want to test it out to see what kind of consumption I will get from the car. But in general, the climatic system is on, by the way. We will drive with the climatic system on. I will put it on level 2, I should say, and we leave it like that, because on the Tesla was the same story. I leave it also on, and we drive like a city driving right now. The top speed of the car, it's limited to 200 km per hour, 5.6 seconds. It's the 0 to 100 speed. Here are a few bumps and the car, it's like floating. It's wow, it's crazy good. The pedals are smooth and nice, and even the stalks, when you change the directions, it feels so good. 12.2 meters the turning circle, and the steering wheel feel also very nice, very assisted, very good setup, and you have a good grip. It's a leather steering wheel. The quality is super good. And you can see we have an E there from efficient. You have also some pedals here. From those pedals you can change the recuperation mode. You can see on the left side down there how it's changed. But usually when you accelerate and you release it, the car will just roll by itself, you know. Even though it comes with auto hold function, electronic handbrake, all that safety features are here. Even 360 degrees camera, head-up display that looks lovely there on the screen. It's a really nice feeling driving this car, and I have to tell you, the feeling is different when you drive this Audi Q8 E-Tron from Tesla Model X. In Tesla Model X, you immediately feel like you're driving a sporty car, you know, from the start. Even though if they use air suspensions, it's comfortable, but still you have that feeling of sporty car. But when you are here in this Q8 E-Tron, you feel like comfortable, you feel business, you feel expensive. I don't know if you understand what I mean. not only feeling from your emotion, but I mean feeling from the reality of touching the things and being inside here. It's like a business car, you know. Even though it doesn't have too many bling bling and stuff like that, it has a lot of great features here. I mean, even the multimedia system, they didn't change many things, and it's the same multimedia system as you get on the other versions as well. It's still a very good, well-built car, and it's like we will stay here forever. If yeah, good choice. I don't know, man. I'm in Audi, and look how nice it is. The other one, the cars are incredible nice. The way they look from outside, it has a beautiful design, but they are a little bit conservative, you know. Audi was always a little bit conservative. In the last year, I didn't film too many Audi cars because they didn't bring too many on the market. They didn't have too many bling bling stuff to film, to show to the people. But this is a bad things and a good thing in the same time. It's bad for somehow marketing and advertising, but it's good because when they take a product out of the market, they test it a million times. For example, on the this is a facelift from the E-Tron from 2019, yeah? And this facelift, they didn't take it out just like that. Every year a facelift, you know, like we see in other cars manufactured. They bring a car that they are sure it is a good car, you know what I mean? And if they change something, for example, they improve the battery. They have like 20% more density efficient batteries, so the same size, more range, like 582 kilometer range VLTP estimated. So they improve the range, but no bling bling. Nobody know about that. When Tesla improved the range, everybody know, you know what I mean? So it's incredible. So they improve the battery, they improve the motor on the rear, at least they improve the air intakes. We will talk about that in the review video, so check out for more details. So they improve some things here in the car that nobody knows. But the thing is that when you buy an Audi, you know for sure you're buying a good car. You're going for sure, you know. If you don't want to risk, you buy an Audi, but you need to pay the price, because the price in Audi, it's quite big. There are quite big prices. So we drive like in a city driving until now. We will go also on a kind of a country road where we drive a little bit faster, so we will see the consumption also there. But this is more of a test at low speed, because in Switzerland anyway we don't have we are not allowed to drive faster than 120 on the highway. But probably in the future I will make a test also on the highway, but this is kind of more of a consumption test in the city conditions. And I'm not sure if you see now with those mirrors, I'm used to look a little bit higher, and then I look higher and I was like, whoa, where is my mirror? And then I look down and okay, I forget about that, you know. You need a little bit of time. I think I need to drive like a few weeks until I get completely used with those mirrors. But the visibility, the comfort, the way you drive this car, it's crazy. The sound insulation is good. I drive a little bit on the highway before, and I noticed that the wind noise is much better in this Q8 E-Tron than on Tesla Model X. And look how smooth it is. Everything is, and from here you can change to regenerate. You can see you regenerate. It's not like a one pedal drive. You don't have a one pedal drive here in the car. Probably this is a little bit of disadvantage, because one pedal drive is really cool to have, but keep in mind, every time you press the brake, you regenerate the energy. Every time you play with these pedals, you regenerate the energy. So all the time, don't think about you're losing energy if you don't have that one pedal drive feeling, because the energy will be regenerated. And there I read also that they improve a little bit the regenerative brake. So every time you press the brake, the car will regenerate the energy. So, but when you release it, when you leave it like that, you release the acceleration and the brake, the car is like rolling. You're feeling like you're driving a normal Q8, you know, like probably that's something that they want to add on this car, and it's a good thing. Climatic system still on the second level. It's working super fine, keeping here a nice temperature. We have also the Autopilot here behind the steering wheel. On the downside we have the Autopilot from where you can set the speed, and also I tested before in the previous test drive and I noticed that it works super good. So now it warns you to hold your hand on the steering wheel. The head-up display works super fine, you can see it up there. It's a great car. I mean, look, it stays between the lanes. I will have my hands here for the safety, but now it's driving itself and it keeps between the lanes and is doing a lovely job. Look at this, smooth and nice. Aha, you see that? It's telling me take the control. So if you don't touch it, sometimes you have to pay attention. Those Autopilots are like, you know, it's never safe. No matter what car you drive, Tesla, it doesn't matter. Hold your hand on the steering wheel, pay attention to the road. It's very good on the highway, but on those kind of country roads, I should say, sometimes it's kind of dangerous, so you have to pay attention. The good thing about this car that I noticed also before, it's that when you drive at high speed, you don't even notice what kind of speed you have. I mean, you drive super fast and you're thinking like, I'm driving slow, but you're driving super fast, you know? So this is happening when you're driving a super good, well-built car, you know? Like usually it's happening in Audi cars almost all the time. Because the suspension are so good, the sound insulation it's so good, and the engine power it's enough, then you feel like you're driving slow but you're driving fast. So this is kind of a description for high quality cars, characteristics I should say. 22.6 kilowatt hour is the consumption until now. Climatic system on second level, and I'm still driving the car with pleasure. We will turn around here and then we will get back on the road. Nice. Now, because of the climatic system, we will lost a little bit on the consumption. And here are a few kiddos with bicyclettes. So now I can show you also the camera when you go in reverse. And when you go in reverse, you just go up like that. Very easy to go in reverse. You just turn the steering wheel. I like the steering wheel that it has like very good turning circle, and you can look in the mirrors. Guys, the thing with these mirrors here, it's like you're not sure the distances. That was my only problem with them. I mean, I have to get used with the distances between the car and the other objects, because when you have the normal mirrors, you kind of know the distances. They are kind of all the same. But here with this camera, it's like zooming in a little bit and it's like confusing, but you can get used with it with time. Those are also optional, if I'm not wrong, so you have to pay extra for them. So in my opinion, I don't know, maybe you have to test it first time before you buy it. So I don't recommend you to buy it and then you test it. I recommend you to test it and then you buy it, because maybe you don't like it, you know what I mean? Even though they are super cool and fancy and new ages, I think it's still better to test and then buy. Anyway, over the bumps, it's like I'm on the boat, you know? If you love boats, this car will be your one of your favorite, because the air suspension make you feel like you're floating in the air. It's like super good quality. Then here you go, 80. It's so smooth, it's so pleasant to drive the car, and from here you can play with it. I don't even think you really need those pedals I'm not sure if you need, but you can play with them, you know. If you don't want to press the brake, the pedal, you can play with the pedal, with those pedals behind the steering wheel. But I don't think it make any sense if they are not so strong, because they are not strong enough. I mean, they are strong, but not super strong. So I think the pedal is just fine when you press the pedal instead of those paddles. I should say it's just enough. And you can activate again the autopilot here, and we can test it again. And it's so easy. I like the fact that Audi still keep those physical buttons around here, and everything it's easy to adjust and to change. So the most important things are easy to adjust and change. By the way, the car comes also with a cool feature that knows when it comes the next roundabout. So you have a sign down there that shows you that it comes a roundabout. That means the car will alone decelerate. Look at this. Look. It's decelerating itself. Look, it's braking itself because you know it's a roundabout. That's just fabulous, man. I mean, those features, those new features that the car come with, you don't hear it everywhere, so you have to read it very deep in some places. And they're really cool stuff that they implement in the cars. .8 kilowatt hour. Not bad, not bad. With climatic system on, let me go on the first level on the climatic system. Maybe we can get a better consumption. Overall, I have to say I like the car very much. I really like it. Probably if I would buy the car, I will take it with normal mirrors. This is the one thing that I will change on the car, but other than that, I think everything is just fine the way it is. .9 consumption until now. Also, by the way, you can change also what you like to see in the middle. You can see the navigation, you can change the view, for example, just like that. That looks super nice to have that navigation in the front. And if I'm not wrong, it used the Google Map navigation. That's fabulous. That's incredible good. Yeah, Google, you can see there, it used the Google Map. And this is, you don't need more than that. I mean, the Google Maps are the best. Yeah, and why you need other navigation? This is a good feature. Tesla also used the Google Map, so that's something really positive on the car. And if we compare with other cars manufacturers, that's a big plus from my point of view. Now if we go back to this view, you can change also left and right to see the different information like radio and also consumption, and you can see also the range of the car and the kilometers that the car drive and the traffic signs. And you can see we still have range 271 kilometers in the front there, and 22.8 kilowatt was the consumption until now. So yeah, this is it. You can compare this video with Tesla Model X consumption, and you can see which one was more efficient. And if I remember well, in the video with the Tesla Model X, I also go on the highway and I drive, but kind of the same. I drive 100 maximum. In this video it's like 80 maximum, so it's not a big difference between those. Here I feel like I drive a little bit more in the city, and when you drive in the city the consumption is lower, so it's kind of advantage to this trip, I should say. So usually if I drive Model X in this trip, I will get a little bit better consumption than was in other videos. So check out that video if you want to compare it. If you don't know sure what car you should buy, Model X or this Q8 E-Tron, just compare those two videos in terms of consumption. But I don't think if you have the money for this car, you care about consumption too much. It's an electric car anyway, and electricity, it's still cheaper than the gas price. For the moment it's still cheaper, but I read something about, I read yesterday that in Switzerland the electricity will be more expensive next year from 2024. I'm not sure why, but maybe we don't have any more sun or wind or water to make eco energy. I'm not sure. I don't want to go in this politics stuff, but yeah. Anyway, here you want to park it again, go up and just park it here. Yeah, you see, I get used with these cameras and I park it perfectly in the middle. And we have a lot of sensors, of course. And then put it in park. Consumption 22.2 kilowatt hour. And if I have to compare it with Tesla Model X, where I get around 160, if I remember well, kilowatt hour, this is much more efficient, the Model X. I was expected that. I mean, in terms of performance, Tesla make great cars, but in terms of quality, this Q8 E-Tron is just crazy. If you want something that you know it's well built and this car will last for 10 years, you will never have problem with a broken trunk, a broken handle, or paint or stuff like that. And if you have the money, definitely you should go with an Audi, because they make cars for years, and you know, they make the Porsche, they are in the same group and they work together, and those cars are just top notch, really premium. So that was the video. I hope you get some useful information. If you want to see the full review with this Q8 E-Tron, check out on the channel, because probably the video is there. If it's not, click the subscribe button to see notification when that video will come out. Also there you find the normal test drive, where I give you more technical data and info about the car, and you can see also the consumption there. But that was the video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I see you soon in the next one, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I see you soon. Bye, guys.